Okay, the new, the Ken. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. One down, one to go. Hamza Useless has stepped down. He did a little tearful speech with, of course, the woman doing the sign language there next to him, which you must have to prove how woke you are. He has stepped down. Well, good riddance to him. That's what I say. And I'm not saying this because my dad was a Glaswegian and my family still live there in Ayrshire and all over the place in Scotland. No. I was born in Woolwich and England has been my home. So basically I am English with Scottish roots. I'm not one of them mixed race people that wants to be black even though they're half white. Well, good for them. I know where they're coming from now. Right, so former Cat Stevens has resigned. He made a statement this morning and it said, "Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird." That's a Cat Stevens song. And do you know that Rick Wakeman played on that, did the twiddly bits? Here's the story. So Cat Stevens, Yousaf, his actual name is Steve Giorgio. He's had 3 different names. He can be Emerson Lake and Palmer on his own. He actually said to, look, Rick Wakeman, I've got this tune called Morning Has Broken. It's a hymn. Can you help me with it? He said, yeah, what do you do? Morning has broken like the first morning. And so Rick Wakeman was a session player then. He said, well, how long is the song? It's 1 minute, 20 seconds. We've got to make it 2 1/2. He said, I'll do a twiddly bit at the beginning of the piano, a little twiddly bit at the end, a twiddly bit there, then we'll sing the first verse again and we're finished with a twiddly bit on the piano. And he got paid 17 quid session fee for that and the cheque bounced. Well, Yasa Umafa Ufa Vicky Iki Uki Iki, former Cat Stevens, who's now the First Minister of Scotland, has resigned. Why is it they have such dodgy politicians up there? There was the Victor Spinetti lookalike bloke, wasn't it? Alex Salmond with a D, Alex Salmond. He'd been summoned. I've been summoned to court. He's resigned. He got in the shit, didn't he, over what bits and pieces. Then we had Fan Dabby Dozy, and she resigned because she was just useless. I think she was, I think she might have played hockey. She looked as if she played hockey, and the husband looked as if he's going to do a little bit of porridge. Well, you know, he's alleged to have done this and done that, and there is a chance he could end up in prison if found guilty. They're all falling to bits, and now we have this Hamza Yousaf, who, and when I was in Scotland, I mentioned his name, and they all said useless. His name's useless. And why is it these little tin pot tyrants can become first ministers? He is so woke. You can tell by all the things. It's absolutely frigging crazy. And what did he want to do? He said, right, well, I think he's done the most stupid thing a leader can possibly do. For what? What is he trying to prove? Okay, let's look at the facts. This man is a Pakistani. His mother and father were Pakistanis. He's born in Scotland. Does that make him Scottish? I really don't know. I suppose it does. If I was born in England, it makes me English. But if a dog was born in a stable, it doesn't make it a horse, does it? So let's see it now that this man is a Pakistani. There's no 2 ways about it. Samir Khan, that mayor, the little awful shitty mayor who wants to turn London into a third world country, into a prehistoric shithole, and he's doing quite well with it, he's a Pakistani as well. You know, you've only got to look at the St. George's Day parade. The police were hammering down on that. But there's Palestine marches and Eids, free parking for Eids. I mean, good, have a celebration. Let the Muslim people celebrate. But don't make it so obvious that you're bigoted and that you dislike white people, the two of you. This man, Yousaf, right, he didn't like women, did he? Anything to do with transvestments, he was up and going. Let's arrest someone. In fact, let's arrest anyone for a hate crime, even if they say it in their own house. So let's say you're going for a divorce with that fucking bitch of a fucking wife that told you she loved you and didn't want any money and then fucked off with all of it. Let's say that's happening, right? And so you said something about, oh, why don't you bugger off with your black mates? Oh, that's a hate crime, right? So she could phone up and say, he just said, fuck off with all your N mates, and the police will come round and arrest you. It is ridiculous. These hate crimes are absolutely stupid. Anyone can complain about anything, and this is the job of this Humas Yafuf, useless. So what is it? So let's look at it this way. If you say something that's pretty innocent, you can be arrested in Scotland as a hate crime. Thousands and thousands of people have already written in and said, I want to complain about something. They're pushing the system to try and make it break down. So let's say that there's a film premiere in Scotland and Arnold Schwarzenegger, he turns up at the border thing and he's welcomed, all this film company and the stars are welcomed at the cinema by at the border, Scottish border, or at the airport, and the Scottish police are there. Hello, I'm Detective Inspector Ian Brew, and I want to tell you that our First Minister, former Cat Stevens, he has said this morning, I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that he has put a new law together, making it impossible and making it a jailable offence for any racism. Racism. I've turned into George Galloway now here on the mother of all talk shows. As anyone that says any racist or sexist or transdeviant things could be arrested for a hate crime. Sir, what is your name? My name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can't say that, sir, here. You're going off to prison. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, he's fucked off, this bloke. I don't think anyone will miss him. Do you? I don't think they will. Where did he go? There's loads of rumours as well that his brother-in-law has been in prison. I don't know. As I say, Scottish politics, I don't understand it. I went to where they have their parliament once. I had a friend, a Conservative MP. In fact, he was in a wheelchair. He was quite screwed up in the leg department. And he was a lovely man called Cameron Buchanan. And he took me to Parliament and watched it. And it was bizarre. First of all, they all sit behind a desk, so you can't debate. In the House of Commons, you've got that, there's a gap between the goodies, my lot, and the baddies, that lot. And they are 2 sword lengths apart, so they can't fight and kill one another. I think that's quite good, that. But not up in the Scottish Parliament. They all sit there and they all clap like that and they all have their little say. I think it's fucking awful. And what has happened to the great people of Scotland to be taken on by these little tin pot tyrants, and his virtual signalling and his wokery has come to get him on the conveyor belt out. Will he go? Why is he a tearful farewell with his wife? Why is he tearful? See, if you fucked up, Cat Stevens, you fucked up, you'll have to leave. Nobody wants these stupid fucking woke things. As I say, it's nothing to do with me because I don't come from Scotland. I don't live in Scotland. And I suppose, having listened to this, I'll never work in Scotland again, but there you go. Right, we've got other things to talk about on Ustream now. People with mild mental health, the NHS have now grown a pair of bollocks. We'll talk about that. And is there a Tory coup? A coup? Coup? Yes, rebels are trying to get rid of Rishi. Wouldn't it be funny if Rishi went, Cat Stevens went, and Aga Khan went in 1 month? Wouldn't that be racist? Let's get rid of the Indians and the Pakistanis. Can you imagine worldwide hatred of Britain as we become bigots? Oh, don't worry, we can be bigots just by wearing the cross of St. George or being proud of your country. Bigot, racist, dinosaur, fuck off. It's time for a change in this country, and it looks like it's starting in Scotland. I'm going over to Ustream now. Come and join me, ustream.com. Or, if you don't want to do that, just press subscribe here and go to have a look at Ustream. You get 7 days free and you can buy one of these cheap books. Oh, fuck. Pick that cat up, someone. Hello, everybody. Davidson here, and I'm here to tell you of an exciting, wonderful thing. You can have a 7-day free trial to get all of the Ustream package, if you pardon the expression. Yes, you can grab my package for 7 days for no money, and then $3.99 plus VAT per month thereon afterwards. So go to ustream.com, sign up and get your free 7-day trial. You will love it. Your knickers will dry out later.